Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. Ben Mankiewicz, Alonzo Duralde, sorry. It's Duralde, right?
Thank you. Mankiewicz.
Christy Lemire, things to come.
So this is the other Isabelle Huppert movie in theaters, and less disturbing than Elle, but still worth your while. It's directed by Mia Hansen-Løve, and it is about a woman who is a philosophy professor, and suddenly her life kind of comes apart in a lot of ways. Her marriage ends, and her kids grow up and leave the house, and her publishing contract is dissolved. And you would think that this might be devastating, but in a way, it turns out to be kind of liberating. Take a look.
But time has passed, my mind will dim. The hands will turn away my days, but you remain a timeless smile, who just begun life's tangled ways.
Une liberté totale. J'ai jamais connu ça. C'est extraordinaire.
So Isabelle Huppert can just do everything.
Pretty much.
But
yeah.
You contrasted it with Elle at the beginning, and they're very different, but they're both about women who are incredibly pragmatic.
Yes.
Who, when very traumatic things happen in her life, she doesn't freak out. There's no melodrama. It's like, okay, what's the next thing I have to do? And then what's the next thing I have to do after that? And she's very matter of fact, not humorless, like vital and vibrant and radiant, and has a great sense of humor and is so smart and so clever, but there's nothing crazy about either of these people, despite the craziness that surrounds them in their lives, and I really admire that. She's just steely and she's solid.
What I really was thinking about when I was watching this movie that I was loving was the fact that it just kind of made me realize how many movies, I mean, certainly like American studio movies, but even American indies for the most part, and even foreign films, follow these kind of traditional 3-act plot beats, inciting incident, and and I realized in this one, none of that's happening. You know, like there aren't things that are happening. There aren't these kind of plot twists and secrets, and there's no villain here. It's just this woman's life and her relationships with family and with friends. She's dealing with her mother, played by Edith Scope, who she's having to put in the facility. She's amazing.
She brings the crazy, Edith Scope.
Yes, totally. Dealing with her mother's cat, all that stuff. And I about midway through, I realized, I don't know where this is going. This is not following any kind of pace that I'm used to for movies, and isn't that great? Yeah. Like I felt because weirdly enough, I had just seen The Founder, and it just made me think so many movies are hamburgers, and maybe some of them are turkey burgers or even veggie burgers, but like this is something that is not. It's like a nice fillet of soul or something. I don't know. It's
Kobe
different.
Beef. If we're gonna go with a metaphor, I think it's like a Kobe beef, like it's juicy and meaty.
I'm just saying it's a different dish entirely. It's not the standard thing that we've come to expect in movies, and so and it's not that it's not inventing anything here. There's a lot of films every year that kind of go their own way, but I just really appreciate the fact that you could just sort of revel in Huppert's performance and not feel like you could sort of set your watch by when she finds out about the missing papers or whatever.
Right, but even when you suspect that it might be going in a direction that you think you can predict, it doesn't necessarily go there, or it goes there with a slight twist. And so, the way you describe her life, it's like things happen and she reacts to them, and that sounds like it might be kind of boring, but it's not. And there's no villain, but there's also constant tension. Like you're constantly absorbed in the choices that she makes and the places that she goes. She goes on a couple of little weekend trips to a former student of hers has this commune.
Cheese-making collective of anarchists.
With German anarchists. And even that kind of sounds like the sort of place where you might assign some expectations as to what might go down there, or what these characters might be like.
Or what will happen to the cats.
Right. So this is a whole subgenre. Isabelle Huppert acts with cats. Between this and Elle, and the cat could give no fucks about anything ever, and that's part of the humor.
She's already winning stuff, right? She won like the Gotham Award.
She got she's up for a Spirit Award, and this is
New York film critics are voting as we.
Yes,
They are.
I'm sure by the time people see this, it'll be up there. But yeah, she's
They've done Best
extraordinary,
Actress,
and I think just you're right. And she's sort of reached this point in her career where she just makes it all look so easy, and she can convey so much with so little. And it's been just these two films. Did she win?
Isabelle Huppert, this just in,
Breaking
wins
news.
Best Actress for both Elle and Things to Come.
You heard it here first.
Wow.
Well, you probably didn't, because by the time this thing airs, but unless you're watching on Facebook.
Totally
Sweet.
deserved.
Okay,
She's
great.
amazing.
So we've, as I look, I'm watching so many, I got all these TCM interviews at the end of next week, and I'm watching so many, cramming so many movies in, and they're, in throughout time, right, until I don't know when, but now it sounds like she's a shoo-in for at least a nomination for Best Actress, and she's could well be likely to win it. So, and she's 53 years old, and this is a movie about her where nothing happens. I mean, sort of,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And we're getting close. There still aren't a ton of those roles, but we're getting close to where the rules have changed completely.
Well, I think of her also like Annette Bening has a similar career, I think, in terms of she's constantly reinventing herself and proving how vital she is. And Annette Bening is also in the running.
And yeah, she's really great in
this year.
20th Century Women, which we'll be talking about later this month.
That's sort of a similar career, who am I thinking of?
Meryl Streep?
Who's in Certified Copy?
Oh, Juliette Binoche.
Which would they go see?
Which they go see in this movie,
Certified Copy in this movie. So.
Juliette Binoche, yeah.
Speaking of Annette Bening, I'll be interviewing her husband, who's
right.
a filmmaker.
Your friend.
You drop that name.
All the friends. Are you aware that Ben is really good friends with Tom Ford now?
Apparently, yeah.
Can't you tell?
The makeover has begun.
this, yeah.
Just the right amount of scrub.
Yeah.
At all times. Go ahead. So Annette Bening, yes.
No, I'm doing an interview for TCM, guest programmer for Warren Beatty. Have you guys seen the movie yet?
Yes,
Yes.
we talked about it.
Oh, okay, I have not.
We were apparently the only people who saw it, unfortunately. The box
Rules don't
office was
apply.
not good for
No,
that.
I read a
unfortunately.
line in that real quick. I know we're not talking about. I can't remember.
Rules
the title.
don't apply.
Rules don't apply. Yeah,
So
that's
rules
part of the
don't-
problem.
So he it opened on 2,875 screens and made 1.7 million, and whatever small movie did well opened on 400 screens and made 1.9 million.
Yeah,
So
it made
was-
less than $700 per screen, which if you start doing the math, comes out to about 2 people. Or
Did you
something.
either of you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I play catch up with it, so I've now seen it.
Oh, and did you
I
like it?
admired it. Like it's really well made. It feels solid and it's glossy. And and the thing you said about how Warren Beatty brings the authenticity to it because he was around back then and he remembers all this stuff. Like that all makes sense. Everyone's good in it. I didn't love it.
Yeah, I said there were 2 good movies in it that never quite become one movie. But anyway, back to Things to Come.
Things to Come is really good. Go see it.
I'll tell you, this is I don't know if this is going to be anybody's sort of Oscar strategy, but if they think that Elle is too intense for Academy members to actually sit through, like if they think that old members are going to pop that disc in and see her getting raped in the very first scene and then pop it out, this movie might be one that they would actually get all the way through.
Right, and will relate to perhaps more as an older woman whose life is changing and still trying to remain relevant.
I mean, she's great in both. I love
She is
both
great in both.
movies, but
This is a safer
that might
choice.
be a strategy. If somebody wants to take it, there's my 2 cents.
There you go.
So
what's your number?
I give it a 9.
I'm also saying 9. And it's not just because of her performance. It's beautifully written, beautifully shot,
it's
beautifully
gorgeous.
paced. 9 is our number. It is at 100% on the tomato meter, and deservedly so. So please go see this or Elle. Double feature. Isabelle Huppert double feature.
That might be a lot back to back, but maybe not. I don't know.
Bye.